The Vanessa Mdee brand is progressive. It's proudly, truly Tanzanian, truly African, but just aware of where I come from and where I'm going and where I want to be and what narrative I want for the African artist or the African creative. My assessment is that the industry is definitely growing at a very fast pace in terms of content and artists and just the presence of just a general industry, a music industry. You'll notice even from just like basic YouTube views or digital downloads that there's definitely a want and a presence. And from this side, artistically, you'll notice that every day there's a new artist who's dropping new stuff that you've never heard of before, but it's cool stuff. And then, production, like people are in the studio all the time. For me, a lot of the stuff that I did at the beginning of my career, I did for free because I wanted to build a brand and I wanted to hone my craft and to practice being on stages or just understand what is required of me as an artist. So I did a lot for free, and I invested so much more than I saw returns for a long time. So yes, you can make a living. Is it going to be immediate? No, especially with the state of our economy right now. Like there's a serious shift in ways in which artists are creating revenue. But I believe that because there's a need and a want and a thirst for content, you can find a way around being relying on like a promoter to call you for a show or a brand to hit you up about an endorsement. So there are plenty of ways to generate revenue, especially online. My personal formula is there is no formula. The one thing that's consistent is the work. So for me, we're never starting or stopping. It's just a progression. If we're doing more, if we're making more, if we're giving more, then we're doing okay. Over the years, I've had to reassess like strategies, and that's the thing. There's not a formula, but more so strategies, like how are we strategically reaching our client audience, you know what I mean? How are we strategically reaching the people who need to hear our message? When I first started, I was signed to a label, and that lasted maybe like 6 to 8 months. When I departed from the label, I realized that I could probably learn more and do more by myself, because then I could control how I distributed the music, when I distributed the music, and who I wanted it to reach, and just like all of that stuff. So I signed myself to myself. So my label is Mdee Music. I'm very, very proud of my label. I definitely see it aligning with major labels in the future. It's not something that I'm dying to do right now because I think we're sticking to our niche and making it work for us. And, learning from our mistakes, but at the same time creating enough revenue that can go circulate around whatever it is that we want to share amongst ourselves and for, production and so on and so forth. So I'm really, really proud of what we've done so far with the label. Oh, it's key. I think DJ Khaled is like a really good example of how you can ignite your career by the use of one social media, just like good entrepreneurial skills and a brand that makes sense. So for me, I feel like he disappeared, and then he came back with like the slogan and a vibe and a like he finessed his way to the top, and he's obviously doing what he's doing right now on the charts. And so for me, I feel like if you use that formula or that strategy, you can definitely win in so many ways, but you have to be able to understand that business and the music go hand in hand. Within a few years, you won't be able to sing and dance, you won't be able to sing and dance on stages as often as you do right now. So how are you making sure that you're not losing out on money or on revenue? Well, the one way to do it is to make sure that you can make money in your sleep, because your brand is strong enough and can really sustain over the years. Literally about to launch our merch, which is also a clothing line. It's a swimsuit line. So definitely merchandise and product. And then we're about to launch a digital product as well. And I'm about to launch a hairline. So yeah, product, consumer product that actually just matches with what we stand for, what we believe in, and our lifestyle. I would advise a young artist from Tanzania to, number one, be themselves. Study, learn as much, put in the hours, and then get a lawyer, get a good, strong business manager if you can't do it yourself, and then focus on your niche and expand, grow with it, and you could create several streams of revenue.